but it's got a lot of intuitive tools in it. Um, you can create a post. A quick post would be like a picture or a Giphy or something like that, or just something you want to real quick. Or you can create an article, which would be something more, you know, you can create a title, make it longer. Um, so it's just a lot of different things you can do, and the general idea of the site, and this is one thing I really, really think is going to help us, is it's built so that, like, when you create, for instance, if I create a forum post or a blog or whatever, I can immediately send it wherever I want with one click. So I could send it to Facebook. I could send it to YouTube, not YouTube. Well, if it was a video, I can send it to, any number of places, and it'll create a link back to our site. So that's a great way, and that's one of the ways I think that will grow. But basically, we just need to get everybody together in this site, and if we can do that, we were on this before a couple years back, but they've done a lot of upgrades since then, and you know, I probably tried this site 4 or 5 different times, and every time I've just something else came up, or we were looking at something different, and we just never landed here. But I think maybe now is the time for the site, because we really need something that, number one, we can create. I can create content, because the content, and then being able to have it organized and generate leads from it and get new people from it is going to be huge, and especially with FeedSpot being something that we want to really start doing. Um, and all of that. We need to have a really good place. And I've got the perfect blog to do it. I'm going to create a blog called A Penny for Your Thoughts. A Penny for Your Thoughts. And every day I'm going to share a different quote from, could be from a famous preacher. It could be something from my own life, something that's, from somebody else, but just quotes every day that are encouraging, inspiring, and that. And that's what I'm gonna send over to FeedSpot. A Penny for Your Thoughts. I think it's a great, great landing for people that want just quick. If you go on and you see, like, there's like a site dedicated to D.L. Moody quotes or Leonard Ravenhill quotes or just any number of preachers, Billy Graham, and they're popular. People actually comment on them, and if you look at there's comments and streams, and it's just amazing to me that something like that. So I mean, if you can get those quotes out and have a place where you can share that stuff, people seem to like it, and I think it's because it's quick. Oh, thank you, sir. All right, when you signed up, did you get automatic generated welcome from us? I I'm assuming everybody gets that, but you didn't get the balloons and welcome to the site and all that. It usually comes up. Yeah. Okay. Well, you probably weren't thinking about that part of it, but yeah, I think it gives everybody that. And then it's supposed to, at some point, you're going to get, I think, either a notification in your upper right, you'll see it, and it's going to prompt you to go to the welcome page, or it may redirect you to the welcome page, where you'll see like what is the site about and all of that kind of stuff. And I I don't know how, again, I signed up for it, and like you, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention, but I'm pretty sure you go to like a landing page first, and then it tells you about the site, and then you join. Okay, there you go. All right. Well, see, those are all the automations that I was talking about. Um, which is it's really kind of incredible because like half the work that you do running a site is managing all of that manually, and that's time consuming. I mean, who wants to do that? If your site does it for you, number one, it's more productive because now you're not spending all your time doing that. You're actually ministering. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And if that stuff is happening for you in the background, I mean, that's a game changer, in my opinion. And I don't know a whole lot of sites that are doing that. And that's why I'm going to make you an admin. And once you're an admin, you can join the Mighty Network community. And once you join that, we can watch. Well, you don't need to join it to watch the videos, but they have a ton of videos that might be helpful for us setting up and going forwards. Might as well maybe we could watch one every now and then, or I could just send them to you guys and you can watch them. We can watch them together, whatever. But I think it might be helpful to understand the vision of this and what they're trying to do with each community. And plus, it's kind of good to see their community because they should be they should be experts at their own community, how they set theirs up. But now that I understand the hierarchy and the architecture of it, it makes sense to me because I wasn't getting the whole, well, why is there a space in a collection? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, I said container, but it's actually the term is collection. A collection of spaces. That's the easiest way to understand the site. It's a collection of spaces. Spaces are collected into a different topic or whatever. So when you look on the side, you'll see forum, and then when you click on it, you'll see forum post. Well, forum is the collection, and forum post is the space. So the space is what you actually is the feed for the forum. It's kind of confusing, but it's not confusing when you see it. But when you click on those links on the side, they'll open up the content, the space. Same thing all the way down when I created whatever, I call it a container because that makes sense to me. Like if you're putting something inside of a container, but a collection. So a collection, like I said, if you wanted to start a music collection and then you would create a space, the space would be what you would use to share those videos. See what I mean? That's basically how it works. Simply put, that's how it works. But then there's a lot of other things. There's, the membership. You'll see your profile is pretty in it's pretty you can do a lot with your profile. You can create a bio, about yourself, or you can create as little as you want about yourself. That's, it's up to you. But once you create that, you'll see that I like how it shows all the members like in little circles. There's something about that that's kind of cool. But then if you get the mobile app, if you get the mobile app, or even if you don't get the mobile app, if you use Chrome, it really looks good. I mean, it especially if you use it on a tablet, like or an iPad, like or tablet. But if you use it on your phone, it still looks really good. I mean, it looks like an app, and they created it that way so that but you can actually have them build you a mobile app. I don't know how much that is, but they do have that option where they can build you a mobile app for your group, and that would be your own branded app. They call it a white label. I don't know why, but whatever. So, I mean, if you get into it, you look at it, you see it. I mean, the thing I like about it is they're constantly upgrading it. I mean, there's whole they have a whole group of people that are involved in this app, and like Gina, this lady, Bonna, is it Bonicelli or something? I don't know. But anyway, she, like I said, her story's kind of cool. She was from Google. She worked with Google. I think she worked with Facebook too, and then she started her own thing. She's kind of a woman entrepreneur, but she's got, a ton of men that work with her and do a lot of administrative technical stuff. I'm not saying she's not technical because she probably designed it, but there's a lot of things that this thing has grown over the years. I was on it when it was Mighty Bell, like I said, and I think around 2013 or 14, and it was a shell of what it is now. They didn't have any of the automation, nothing like that. It was just a box, and you could chat in it, and you could, you know, they didn't have anything. Of course, Giphy files weren't really that big in 2013. Memes and stuff like that. Did you see on the news? I don't know if you caught this or not, but somebody that was a creator of memes. He started a stock or something, and it's just doing really well. People are buying into this meme stock. I don't even know what it's all about, but it's crazy. I mean, we like them. I mean, they're fun, but I didn't realize that they were like, you know, in the stock exchange. But I mean, I'm just thinking, if I invite everybody that we in just the last few weeks that we've, Lila, is it Stone? The guy Stone? I don't know what his name is. He joined our Discord. If we can get everybody, imagine that. We'd have about 20, 25 people easy. And we could get, all that going. And then it would give people, because you can instant message people in this app, you can direct message, you can, you can create a chat room on the fly anywhere in the site, and that's cool. But so there's group chats everywhere, but then you got the audio video option as well, which is something we haven't even really hit on. And that's really cool because if you use it, like I said, if you use it on mobile, it works good, but it pops up in a room, so you have all your Giphy's tools and that all in there, and you can see it. But if you don't, if you use it on the desktop, for some reason, it takes you kind of outside of. It opens up in its own space and whatnot. It's more like a YouTube watching experience where you're in a YouTube live, where you just have a chat and stuff. But there's still ways you can manipulate it so that you can be in the video and in the regular chat room at the same time. But I'm just saying it's not a big deal because we're probably going to use um, on Sundays. We're still going to use streaming so we can hit all those destinations at once. We'll probably use the site here for like Thursday night Bible studies, and because it does have screen share, we could share basically anything, a whiteboard, if I'm doing notes. And there are links. You can link different things to it. I don't know how many links you get now. I mean, they used to give you just one link, which was kind of not really that good. That was the only thing I didn't like about Mighty was that you didn't have a whole lot of freedom to change things in the structure, like the homepage, and stuff like that. It's kind of cookie cutter. But I think I've kind of gotten over that. It's like, what's more important, having something that works really good and that has, automation that's going to help you grow and help you build your community, or have a nice picture? you know, I mean, it doesn't matter how good a site looks if it's not drawing people, or if it's not helping you draw people. And I mean, that's all we need right now is because we're on here and we're on Cosme. I got to go back to Cosme. I need to remember how to do that split screen. Um, Sometimes if you leave Cosme up all day, you'll get. I got to make sure that are we public? You have to make sure that you're in the room settings. If you pay for Cosme now, you get all kinds of different things. You can change the colors, visibility, public. Yeah, we're public. There's just not a whole lot of people on this site. That's the problem. But it's one of them deals. If I left it open all day, and I did have at least two people that came in, today, and one of them was a troll, and then we had another troll, and then we had just somebody that said hi. Um, but if message them or friend request them and they accept it, then now you got, that's how you build on Cosme. That's really on Mozilla. You really, unless they have an account, you really can't do that because they're just an anonymous user. But like I said, if you just take and we do the follow up like we said, and we don't let anybody fall through the cracks. Now tomorrow I'm going to start reaching out to people in different places and try to get. That's the trick, is try to get them to join our site here and tell them, like, I feel really bad for people that I've. This is why, actually, you know what? I told myself I wasn't going to do that this time. I wanted to give this a good month for us just to use it and make sure that we're not going to be, disillusioned or not like something. Make sure that if everything works, maybe in a week we know everything works. Maybe the mobile works good. Maybe we can already tell that the video chat is good. Then we can go ahead with it. But I don't want to start inviting people to something and then have to go, oh wow, sorry, we have to leave this again. And I've done that too many times, and that's burned so many people. I think, not that we did it on purpose, and ultimately, I think people understand. When you're doing this, you're bound to have situations come up, but I don't want to do that. So let's get on here for a couple weeks. I mean, in the meantime, we can start reaching out to those people for sure. And I got a list I got to put together. That's one of the things I need to do is get. I keep forgetting things. Well, it's not that I forget things. I'm just really, like everybody, crazy busy every day. But I need a personal assistant. I need a personal assistant monkey that will do everything for me. You know any monkeys out there that can type? No. I would love to have a monkey that could type. That'd be just, uh, that'd be perfect. But I don't know of any. Well, there's one. Let's get that guy. There is a comedian. I never really liked him because he had a really foul mouth. His name was Dean something. Dean, I can't remember. He's like in the 90s. He was funny. Yeah, but he had this one bit that he did, and I don't think it was that. I think the reason I liked it because it wasn't that raunchy. It was just funny. But he talked about in the Pink Panther movies how the inspector had a there was like a Chinese guy that would hide in his house, and when he came home, he'd always attack him. He'd fight him. You know, it was kind of a thing that they did. It was funny, and they. But he says, he goes, you know what I like? I like a monkey to be in my house, and when I come home, it would be hiding, and then it would jump out, and we would wrestle. And, and the way that he said it, it was really funny. I mean, you would have to listen to it, but I always liked that bit. It was just so funny the way he described the monkey coming out of the closet, scaring the heck out of him. All right. But anyway, I think it's smart to wait. I mean, I don't really think there's going to be a whole lot we're going to experience with this particular platform because it's been around a long time. It's not like Circle that's kind of new and buggy. This they've got most of the bugs out of this a long time ago. Now they add things and they update things all the time, and when they do update things, they notify you. But they're constantly adding new things. I mean, they got integrations like you wouldn't believe. I mean, you could literally, and unlike Circle, you can automatically add people to all your spaces. You don't have to do it manually one at a time. That was such a hassle. This one here gives you the option of automatically just adding people. So when people join, if you don't, but you can say, no, I don't want to add you to that group. That's a private group. You can make private groups, private spaces, whatever. Um, Another thing that's awesome is you can, if you make a video, it automatically records it. And as it automatically records it, once you get the recording, you right click it and it creates an article. Articles are basically, think of a blog post type thing where you could create more, it gives you more options than just a quick post. Like a quick post would be, oh, I'm going to send a Giphy file, which I think is what most people would do. Most people aren't going to do a blog unless you're actually blogging on the site, which if somebody wanted to, they could. But for me, this is a great option because let's say they do have an option where you can create courses, and courses could be self-taught, you know, where somebody just comes on and they take the courses on their own time and whatever. You could literally do this, and if you wanted to. Now that's an add-on, and I think if you added everything up that they have to offer, you would be about the same price as Circle, but you get more. You get way more for your money, and because Circle didn't have, yeah, but you don't have to do that. You can get. I think for like, I think it's $40 a month. You can get, you still get audio, video, everything. You just don't get the courses, and there's other things that you don't get, like some of the more advanced automations and stuff like that. But you don't really need that. I mean, we could start out, small, and then if we get more people coming in, then we could build. We could say, all right, but you could actually create courses even with just the the tools that you already have. You could create a, what I was saying with the video, like say you wanted to create a collection. So the collection would be the course, and you could call it um, evangelism. So you're going to have an evangelism class. That's the collection. The space is going to be the courses. So the courses, if you record them on the site, you right click it, it creates an article, you send it to your collection or your space, evangelism, and now you have a video course right there ready to go. Now, how cool is that? I mean, to me, that's like, that's a game changer because, that course is going to be the video teaching. Now, you could also make, if you wanted to, a text version of it, and you could make like a, so it would be like a Sunday school class or whatever. But or you could screen share it. You could screen share, like say you wanted to share a David Wilkerson video or a Billy Graham video. You could screen share it through the video app, and then you could share that to an article and send it anywhere in any one of your spaces on your site. And so now you've got videos you could put up. Now, if you just wanted to do like a music video, you would just get the YouTube video and right click and copy and paste it in there or whatever. And I don't know if there's, yeah, that's all you would do, and it creates the preview, and you can actually watch it in the feed. You know why? Because I have to. That's one thing that I have to go back and do is I have to toggle on the feed for every space. That's the only thing that you have to do manually. Well, it's part of the checklist when you create the whole thing. It'll show you. You can brand it with a logo, a picture, and there's a whole thing. And if you ever wanted to create, like I said, if you wanted to do a music, that would be awesome. But it's almost like once you do it once, it's very simple. But you gotta like scroll down and click all those things. Oh, I see what you're saying about the feed. Oh, okay, okay, okay. The live chat. You're talking about a live chat. Yeah. Let me see. I'll show you something here. Um, see if I can. Let me see something here. Let me see what I'm not seeing what I need to see here. I am doing something here to show you. Okay, now when you go to main chat, you have a chat room. If you want to test it out, because there's different templates for every space. You can create just a chat room or you can create a feed. If you create a feed, it's more um, like a Facebook timeline where you can post things and have you know, people can comment on your post or whatever. And like if you wanted to do, for instance, a music room or something, you would want to create a feed because then you can add things and they would be like in a stream. So you could add videos or whatever, and that would create a feed. You could do it in a chat room like this. It ideally you have to decide what is going to be the best way to do that space. Um, yeah, but this could be like for the main chat room. I don't even know. This is some kind of a Spanish. I like that though. I like that. I wonder if I could copy that, save that image, and I like that logo. Create my own logo out of that. It's an AVIF file. Oh well, let's see if I can do it later. I'll rip it off. All right. So anyway, there's a lot of things you could do with this. And the idea is obviously to get everybody into one central place so that we can, know instead of having to depend on like when we're on Telegram, which Telegram is not a bad app. I mean, but it's not ideally what we're looking to do. Same thing with Discord. Discord is a good app, but I don't want all of our central communication to be done. I want people to be able to go, okay, we got our own website. Let's chat on there and direct message each other on there. We'll still use Discord. We'll still reach out on Discord. We'll still reach out on all these other platforms. But having a centralized communication for our website is that way you're not wondering where am I going to, right now I'm like, I got I got him on my phone, texting him. I got him in Discord. I'm texting him. I'm texting you on Discord. I'm texting you. When we're on Circle, we started to come into that uniformity. We were liking it. We were starting to get that going. And I don't think we're going to have the same problems with this, but it's very similar. It's just a different design. But the thing that makes this so much better than Circle, and if I'm just looking at them side by side here, comparing, is that this has automations and algorithms. I mean, you once you get into it and you start to see, it's going to take some time, but you're going to start getting messages from robots. Basically AI robots, and they're going to start telling you things that you could do. You could invite people, and there's badges you can get. And I don't know how that works with the plan that we would be on. I don't know if you have to get all the. There's like 3 different plans, but the badges are like you can get an ambassador badge, and when you're an ambassador, you're basically given um, talk to the badge. You're basically given the opportunity to share our group with other people. You're given a link, and the more people you invite, there's incentives that are built into that. It's all done through the site. I mean, I don't do any of it. It's already done. It's already inputted into it. So it's kind of cool. There's a lot of things like that once you're on there. There's actually a couple other sites that we started startups, and they never go away because they have a free version. So they just if you don't actually purchase it after the trial, it just goes to free. But we actually had some people on there that randomly joined because they have another thing is they have a discovery option on here. Once you're in a paid plan, you can toggle that on, and your site goes out all over Mighty Networks. So people can actually randomly find you, which is cool. And we do have a couple people that randomly came in and were posting scriptures and things. And I'm going to try to get those people on here. So if I can get everybody together in one place, now we got something. Now we're on our way. And I think we can do it with this. This platform, that's how it was built. That's how it was designed. And I did a lot of research on this app back when I was looking into it, when we were looking a couple of years ago. And even since then, I mean, they've done a lot they simplified it. They made it more, because before they had groups and spaces, and they had all these things that didn't make any sense. It's like, well, why do I need a group and a space? It's like kind of redundant. And it was more, now they've made it more streamlined where I like it. I think it's good. All right. Well, we'll keep, we'll keep our oh yeah. And the other thing is, if you go to like the videos of the week, there's a Friday vote. We're going to vote for the best video of the week. It's something that we'll do on Fridays. probably during the day or something. People are at work. You're looking to get out of work. Something fun to do. I don't know if you can get on personal stuff from your job, but it loads faster. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got to test the video out and stuff like that. That's going to be the big one. We got to make sure it works. So now I've tested out. Well, we could do it. I was thinking of moving our Mozilla night to Saturday, and then Friday nights do like on our own site where we could do. Um, I mean, we could do like we really need to do our prayer meeting Friday nights. I don't want to. That's like the most important thing. But we could do like the contest on Friday night or whatever, and do it on the site, and it'd just be something fun to do. Or people could vote, you know, throughout the day on Friday, and then we could do like so you could do polls on here. So you could say, and I like that because you could go, okay, what's your favorite video? And then you ask the question and people just write in their answers. It gives you an error. That's weird. Let me see. Yeah, please try again later. Playback ID. All right. Well, I'm not sure why it did that. That's one of those short videos that you get on. It doesn't have to be funny. It could be anything. Uh, let me make sure that we can send videos in here. Sometimes there's issues with YouTube where you might have to fix that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, the YouTube's trying to do what TikTok is doing, but they're not as the videos aren't as good. You can also notify people when you post. I think we're getting a playback error because Let me see what it says. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I've had to deal with this before. It's talking about connection errors and rebooting, and but that's not what it is. I don't know what it is. Um, yeah, I'll figure it out. The great news is if you need help, it's a click away on this, and they do get back to you relatively within a day or so. So it's not like Circle. They're very good here. I've already had to talk to them when I was trying to do this. Wasn't that long ago. Well, oh, we were looking at Circle. I was looking at this too, and I had an issue with something, and they were right there to help me. So we can get it figured out, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes you should try to post a video and see if it works on your end. See if it works, and then it'll because it could be on my end. I could try to see if it works on mobile. But yeah, I think that there's definitely a lot of upside to this. We can definitely grow with it. And you can. I mean, we could link watch together if we wanted to have like our own private watch party room, which basically that's what watch together is because it doesn't have discovery. So really, people are just coming there, and we could have all that, browser, games, everything, and we could make that as part of the site too to give it an extra layer of communication. I mean, just saying we could do that down the road if we wanted to, but we definitely have a lot of stuff here to work with. Yeah, yours works. So it's coming from my end. I mean, it's not a big deal if it's my computer is it could be the internet because I'm doing I don't know what it is. It could be something to do with um, something in the settings in YouTube that I got to fix or something. The easiest way to fix it if I want to send videos is just do it on my phone, and that'll work just fine. I'll do it from the app. That way, I don't even have to worry about it. But I could fix it. I've had to fix it before, so at least we know it's not something with the site. You know. Yeah, it works. Yours works. Um, Let me try something. Let me copy this link address in there and see if this one works. Maybe it is just a. Yeah, that works. It's just the shorts. I think because they're mobile versions somehow. So I guess if I'm going to use a short video, I'll do the mobile and see if that works better. All right. Well, at least we figured that out. See, that's how you work it. You work together. All right. So tomorrow night, what I'd like to do, if you want to, you know, tell Lashia or whatever, I did give her a link. If she wants to join, I think tomorrow night we'll come on here and do a Bible study. We might as well get it right off the bat, test it out, make sure it works. have one or two people go on mobile, like maybe Game Warrior go on mobile. He usually goes on mobile anyway, and make sure it works before we get into this app and start talking about using it. We need to make sure it works on mobile. We need to make sure that we're, you know what I mean. I don't think we're going to have any problems, but okay, good. Well, then she can help us test it out tomorrow night if she can, and that would be great because we need to rule out any issues. With the mobile. Um, like I said, I don't think we're going to have any because Circle is. You might as well say it was in beta because it was so new. This site's been around a long time. They've had mobile app for a long time, and they've had video chat and audio chat for a couple years now. So I think that's probably going to be fine. But I mean, I have streamed from mobile on my end, just streaming it, and it works fine. But again, once we get into the chat, that's where we're going to have to see. That's where we had the problem with Circle. The chat wasn't syncing up in real time, and that was weird. But like I said, we need to test that out right away. There's no sense in even doing anything else until we make sure that mobile app works. Now, again, Circle worked in Chrome. I mean, we could have just said, all right, let's just bypass the app and use Chrome for now. But I don't know. I think we were once we figured that it was messed up, it was very complicated to try to, have people join an app and then not be able to use it, except for getting notifications, which really didn't make any sense. Now this has notifications galore. I mean, you're not ever going to have to, even if you're on desktop. That's the beauty of it. If you're on your computer, you're getting notifications, and if you're on mobile, you're getting notifications of everything that's going on. So you're never going to have to be wondering what's happening. Plus, we didn't even talk about events. Events are you can use. There's a Zoom integration if we ever wanted to use Zoom. Um, might not be a bad idea for Bible study because they do have all those tools, and everybody's used to Zoom anyway. But they have a Zoom integration that works with the events. So you just put yours, and I have a Zoom room. You just put your URL in, and it automatically posts to the event. When people come in, they just click a link, and you can join it as a guest or whatever, and then you can RSVP it, and you can also send it out. So that might be an interesting thing to try out. But with Zoom, you can do you can you can you can get a YouTube live link from Zoom. That might not be a bad idea now that I'm thinking about it for us to use for our live streaming because then it would if people are in our own app they could watch it right in the app on Zoom. But if people are on Wire or Discord or whatever, they can watch it on YouTube Live. So that's an interesting thought. It just came to me. I don't know. We could test that out as well. But anyway, I've got an iPad coming tomorrow. I finally I I had an iPad and I for Christmas I gave it to Andy. I've had it for almost 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and I just kept it in a case, and I only used it for like just browsing. Sometimes I did some mobile streaming from it. I like it. It was great. Well, anyway, I got a newer one and I got it on Amazon, for cheap because now, I mean, they really came down in price. Like the ninth generations, because now they're in like the 10, 11 generation. Um, and so what they do is they refurbish them and then you get them at a good price. and but they have all the, everything. So what's nice about having an Apple product again is I can test things out on Apple as well as Android, whatever. But if we like this and everything goes well, which I think it's going to, we don't. I don't think we're going to have. Even if we had problems, you can actually get a hold of a person and talk to them on here. I know that because I already have. Lady that got back to me, it was about my domain, because you can get a domain with this, and it's real easy the way it works, and it's not like Circle where you have to go through a C name change. It's an actual simple where you just go in and like it'll be christianapp.live will be the domain, and you just go to your domain provider, you go to the settings, you put in the name servers, and boom, it's done. Like within seconds it's changed. And once you do that, then everybody will be able to log in with christianapp.live. It'll be the website domain of our website, so that'd be cool. But if we had a problem, unlike Circle, we've got people that can help us make sure that they're going to get everything fixed for us. And that's kind of good to know, because with Circle, you didn't know if you were going to even get anybody. And at the end, they never did get back to me. Did you know they never got back to me the last time? Never. And then they were trying to charge me for like another month, and I discontinued it. I canceled it, and they're still trying to, they kept sending me messages. I'm like, I'm not paying you for this. I was on a trial and I canceled before the end of the trial. No, I didn't. I actually paid for it. I paid for the month, and then we canceled out of it before the end of the month because of the stupid mobile. But anyway, yeah, if we did have a problem with the mobile or with anything, I mean, basically, I don't foresee that we will. But if we did, at least we can get a human being, not a monkey or a robot. They're in California. They're not in India. Thank God. No. Hey, I have nothing bad to say about India and technology, because all those guys over there, they work hard and they're advanced. And for some reason, the Indians of India, they are video wizards. They have mastered the video chat world. They're the best. Uh, yeah, they are definitely the best. But it's just hard getting a hold of them because they're in like 18, no, 9 hour time difference in Calcutta. I just wish they wouldn't go like, "Hello, my name is Bob. Can I help you?" No, your name's not Bob. Bobo. Hey, Bobo. Oh, thank you, Bob. Yeah. But it is unreal though. If you literally, if you have to go online and chat, or if you have to go on the phone and talk to somebody, you are literally talking to somebody in India 100% of the time now. I mean, they have totally cornered the market of tech support. The other day, I had some strange charges on my PayPal. They were like for $1, and there's like 17 charges for like $1 and some cents. So I had to go through PayPal, and I mean, because it was on my business card, I had to go through their business card. But anyway, the lady came on and she had a slight Indian accent, but she was very, understandable. Her English was good. And man, did she ever help me? She canceled my card, and they reimbursed me for all of it. Wasn't that much money. I was more worried about the fact that I got hacked somehow. I don't even know how I got hacked. I think it was one of them business sites that I was trying to sign up for, and I think it might have been a scam site. But anyway, they didn't get any money out of me, and I canceled my card and my PayPal. But that's PayPal, they have to back what they're doing. I mean, 100%. I still didn't get my money back from that stupid chat app, and that's been in dispute. I need a fact. I got to write a note on that. We write a note on that. I gotta get a hold of PayPal about that. See, this was my memory board. God knows I'm going to need this, especially as I get older. I need a miracle in my, you know. I think my problem is not my memory. I think my problem is I just got too much going on all the time. So, you don't remember everything that you got to do, especially if you're. Well, I've had so many things come up with my car, and then, with my health, just so many different things lately. But I want to say my diabetes number, my sugar numbers are down to like unbelievable numbers. They're doing so much better. And I mean, I am on medicine. I decided to go on the medicine because I prayed about it. And I said, God, if you, I believe you could heal me if you wanted to. And then, one night I just felt really bad. And I was like, okay, Lord, I'm going to go ahead and take this medicine because I, I tried that way. And if you're saying, this is the way I'm going to heal you for now, then I'm going to go ahead and trust you and take this medicine. And I did, and I felt better. And now, I'm getting to the point now where I'm actually my blood pressure, my blood sugar has gone low. I mean, literally, I think I'm readjusting my medicine where I don't even need. After 3 months, I'm probably not even going to need insulin at all. I'll just probably just take the maybe just one or hopefully just down to one pill, and then hopefully after that none. But I'm believing God for total healing. But one of the things that in closing here, because I know it's after 10. Wow, 10:30. Is that 10:30? Oh my goodness. Um, I've been thinking about the answers to prayer that we've seen lately, and how we need to. That's another thing is we need to be sure that we're praising God for everything He's doing because we're seeing a lot of answers. I mean, I want to get our prayer list up on our prayer center. And that's another great thing about this site is we can do more than just have a prayer request. We can have a prayer center. We could have teachings on prayer and all kinds of different things. So it becomes more than just a prayer request room or whatever. I mean, I could create additional spaces or courses on prayer. But we need to understand God's doing something pretty special with answering prayers. I mean, it's amazing. And I want to get our prayer requests thing up tomorrow and go back over what God is doing because He's doing things on a daily basis that we're asking Him to do. And I'm almost thinking that the other day when I was thinking about this, it's like I really believe that the one thing that is coming out of this ministry that's, you could say, tangibly, that is a huge success is the prayer ministry that we have. And that's something that we've always done ever since I've been online. I mean, when we started on Warrior Club, I would say somebody would have prayer. I'd say, let's pray right now. Because we were always in chat rooms in real time with people. And we would pray right then. I would just type in the prayer, or whatever. And I've always done that. And it's been very successful. But lately, I've seen it a more. I can't even think of some things, but there were some things that I prayed for, and it's just one by one, by one by one. You just start seeing God answer those things. And there's some people, like for instance, my nephew. We've been praying for him, and he did go to jail because of what he did to my sister and all that. But that was an answer to prayer in some way because he was a loose cannon and he was stressing her out every day, living there, being a drunk and everything. So having him out of the house is actually a good thing. And if he sobers up and gets his life together and comes to the Lord, that's even a better thing. Her other daughter, Melissa, the one we've been praying for her for 2 years, 3 years. She's had all them problems, narcissism, psychological problems. If you saw her now, you would be blown away. She's talking about the Lord. She's talking about Scripture. She's reading her Bible. I mean, God. She's like totally transformed by the power of God. Now, these are the things I'm talking about, So tomorrow we're going to do some praising. We need to look at. There's a lot of things that we have in that prayer. And we're going to keep using that. We're going to keep doing that because if we don't do anything else in this ministry, but all we did was pray, that's a huge success. And God will bless that every single day. And we will see other things transformed. I believe we're just on the verge of a huge, we've been talking about a breakthrough. And look at how all of a sudden we started getting a breakthrough. You know what I mean? Like Mazzello here, we haven't seen anybody really come on tonight, but we've gained at least 4 or 5 people that are coming to this. Our live stream on Sunday nights, it it's starting to hit. It's starting to happen, and that's an answer to prayer. So everything through prayer. And I'm going to tell you something else. Maybe I'll share this Sunday. I'll give you just a little teaser. But I've been reading in the book of Ezra, and I haven't heard anybody. Maybe somebody is talking about this. I don't know. But I didn't get this from anybody. Sometimes you hear something from a preacher and it sows the seed in your mind. I haven't heard anybody preaching on this. Well, I mean, I've heard it. I've heard it before when in relationship to Trump, more in 2016 than I have now. But Cyrus, who's the king of Persia at the time, received a word from the Lord to um, let the people out of Babylon and in captivity, and to build the house of the Lord in Jerusalem. And right there in that scripture, it says that to take the captive vessels and set them free, the vessels of the Lord's service, and set the vessels free. And I thought to myself about that. In the message that I was getting from the Lord. I don't want to get too much into it. We'll save it for Sunday. But that's all related to what's happening right now, and how God is I believe, is going to start setting things straight and restoring things, because that's what Cyrus did. Now he wasn't Persian. He was Persian. He wasn't Hebrew. He was he wasn't considered a righteous king either. He was just somebody that God got a hold of. And that's what, God does. He sets things straight. And I think that's happening right now. I do. And that's something that I'm going to share. It's exciting, but it's right from scripture. And I think there's a parallel there, but I haven't heard anybody tie that in yet. Maybe they are. I just haven't heard it, but so hopefully that'll all come to pass too. Glory to God. All right. Well, tomorrow is Thursday, so we'll see you tomorrow night on here at 9. Not on here. on the website. And when I go live, if you go to the site defaults to the feed. It's called the feed. It's not the main feed like the main chat room, but it's a feed that has all of the posts, kind of like a Facebook timeline thing. And it defaults to that. And in that, you'll see a link to join the video chat. Once it's up, it'll pop up, and you'll get a notification that I'm live, and then you'll be able to come in and just by a click of a mouse or a click of a button, you'll be able to get in there. All right, God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow.